Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of our isolated city here in City Skylines. But today guys, we're continuing the expansions. I want to build some new kind of on and off ramps for the highway system in the brand new area that we recently kind of get set up, because there's a lot of traffic with the two sections that we currently have up and running. Seeing as I've now managed to get the plazas and promenades DLC now working, a lot of you want me to kind of pedestrianize the brand new kind of touristy area we built last episode as well, which we're going to take a look at, see what we can pretty much do there, as well as kind of continuing the beautiful expansions we've currently got on the go right now. And as always guys, if you do enjoy this, please make sure you smash the like button down below, and if you're under right here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when the next episode does come out. But we are back! And this is what we got done last episode. We did many things, but one of them was building this. Now this right now is a complete and utter leisure specialization area. Not a tourist area, just a leisure, because at the minute we've got the new ferry line bringing passengers over, and they're now kind of doing some shopping. They're going here, they're going there, but mainly they're also going into this building as well, the large underground metro station, which that in itself is pumping a lot of passengers to and from, which is pretty good. It's only really going to the airport right now, but we'll eventually get it all set up where this does run and kind of pretty much ends at this location. But still got a lot more work to do before we go there. Now what I want to do is I want to try and mess around with pedestrianizing this area. I was kind of taking a look at some of the stuff right now. If you go to the kind of the pedestrian area section, and there's a lot of roads. I didn't realize we had all this stuff in the ability to have small cargo service points, which distribute cargo to buildings on pedestrian roads. Excuse me right now? It kind of sounds pretty good, doesn't it? As well as kind of like I could upgrade this whole area, thus getting rid of the vehicles and just making it all pedestrianized. That kind of sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? But I feel like I kind of want to do that. We'll get onto that in just a moment, because right now I need to add an on and off ramp to this central section just here. Right now, this whole section here, it's not bad now, but it does get overloaded at times, and there's no way to kind of, you know, you just need like a few additional connections to bring the traffic in and out. That's why we're kind of struggling with the garbage situation over here. It's taking a while for vehicles to get over there. So we need to build it in here. Now, I'm not too sure exactly where I'm going to place it, and I'm going to have to kind of set up a nicer system for it. But what I'm going to try and do is, we're using these 4-lane roads just there. I wonder if I can utilize this. So bringing this along. Oh, that almost fit in perfect. But if I just kind of bring this up, actually, if I bring this down this way, that is perfectly, I say perfectly, it's not perfect at all. Don't even lie to me now, Staniak. That there is 29, but you need it by 31. Do you know you to get that perfect, you know, grid kind of format? But I wonder if, bam. Right, we're gonna have to do it like this. It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. But if I place that there, and I wonder if I can get this beautifully connected to that, it's gonna be a bit of a tricky one. So what I'll try and do, we'll try and clone this bad boy right now. We won't take any of the trees. And if I select from there, oh, we're taking power grids now as well, apparently. Can I say the way it doesn't take power grids? Oh yeah, there is an option. Okay, that's pretty cool. No, it's still taking the power grids, but it's okay. We can get rid of the, well, we need to get rid of this road, get rid of the actual pylons itself. See, there was an option for pylons, was there? No, the game freaking lies to you right now. And oh yeah, all I gotta do is clone that. So, oh wait, before I do clone it, let me pause. I've got to delete all of this. I kind of forgot about this. So if I go from here and then run it down to about there. Actually, I'm going to have to take it to there. And, yeah, okay, it's still got it all. Sweet. Copy it. No, don't copy it. Take this road as well. Now copy it. It feels really weird when you kind of view it at this, like, kind of angle. And at the same time, which is even more weird, I've got to now align this with the road how it is. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be really tricky. So, does this... I mean, it's all going to bend anyway. So we can naturally sort it all out. So if I just get... Or what I could do, I could use this road here to align the angle. So I reckon that's straight there. So if I place this down, and then we'll have to redo some of the area. But that there should be it. He says, boys. He says right now that should be it. Right, delete you. Okay, I deleted it too far, but it's okay. That might go in perfectly, and same with that as well. So if I run this up to there, fingers crossed, this is going to work. Fingers crossed, boys. So highway, we need the 2-laner straight. Oh, okay. So what I'll do, I'll delete back a little bit, and then we'll get the rest of it in. So where's the road? There to there. Because if I delete back a bit, I can use the connection tool to do the rest for me. That's what I can do. That is the right road, isn't it? Yeah, 2-lane highway. We'll use the connection tool, and I should be able to then just kind of go bam, or bam. And then all the magic invested in this tool right now should do us wonders to connect straight in. So from there to there, bam it all up again, boys. There to there, and you wouldn't even know any different. You wouldn't even know I've implemented this new system. That's how freaking crazy this is. So bam, 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 bam. And then we'll sort all the junctions out. We'll sort the kind of the lane map out, the turning lanes. You got to sort the roundabout out, and all that kind of jazz. And then we're fully connected. So to be honest with you, some of it might have crossed over. You can see all the lane kind of connections are already in there straight away. So some of it does kind of cross over. I will do it on certain areas that I haven't done just yet. Let me just double check the roundabouts all set up yet. Do you know what? To be honest with you, it's pretty much good to go. It is pretty much good to go. So the last thing I will do is just kind of quickly connect a few additional of these roads up. Just so then we can actually utilize this area. So run that down to there. So I run the roads just for now that kind of come from this way. I don't know whether to run this one, or do you reckon that's a little bit too close for comfort? I'll do it anyway, but I'm not too sure if that's a bit too close. I mean, then again, it's the same there. So, and the same there-ish a little bit anyway. So, yeah, it'll kind of put up with it, I suppose. Right, I'm going to run this road up here. Like this. And I'm going to utilize this to then go through the middle. So I think that is how I'm going to sort out and divide this area up. So we're creating beautiful, beautiful suburbs. So in play mode then, it's like nothing ever happened. We're back to running as normal. This side of the city can now utilize that road to be on and off ramps. Now I've got to make sure that it doesn't do what it's done previously with the speed limits. Because normally it sets that to like 100, and that was low. So it won't get confused and kind of go bam brown. These vehicles might do it. Because I might have updated their routes, but I think we've got away with it. I think we've technically got away with it. So we're all Gucci boys. This is all good. Divisive traffic. I still like this diagonal. I still want to kind of keep this kind of design in and build more of it. That would be kind of fun. So what it then allows me to then do is to now place in, I mean, I'm not really going to use it just yet, but my next bus and metro hub. Do you know what? I could place it in now, couldn't I? Yeah. Do I utilize the new ones, though? You know what I mean? I mean, would I want a bus system? I could place one of these in as the old crisscross, which is perfect. But at the same time, I feel like I want to utilize the bus. No, I'm going to stick to the original plan and squeeze this in. Now, we've got one there. Would it be placed over here? No, I feel like it would be placed here. And I'm going to drop it just there. So if I quickly pause again, because I've now got to delete some of this. We won't take it too far back, because it's always pretty much where you would want it anyway. You just got to make it kind of bend in. So get the metro. And this will be the last one officially on this line, I think, as well. I think it might be the last one. So bringing this down. So 24 by, and you can't tell what it is. Do you know what? We might as well go straight in. That's fine. Will this pick this up? I don't think it will, but we'll push it out anyway first. And it should pick it up on the bend here. So this might just be able to just bend straight in as well. No questions asked. So back into play mode then. Back into play mode. So we'll have to wait for the line to actually update itself, then we get to stop there. Now granted, we don't really have any power or water over here just yet, so while we wait for that to kind of slightly update, I want to bring this up to here. And then run this down. And the only thing that's missing then is power. So what I will do, I will place in a bit of residential around these main streets. Do I have a zone here? I do. And we'll bring this zone to there. And that's where we'll kind of switch over from the high density to the low density. That's where we get to run. So if I just place these in here, it'll eventually bring the power over, thus adding a little bit more population. It will be perfectly fine. So that stops in there. These guys then stop in here. We got the stops added in. Perfect. So then how it's going to work is we're going to have maybe a stop over here. Then again, we have a random stop there, don't we? I might switch that up to the crisscrossy one at some point, and then have a stop here. Have a stop there. You could come out there, bend to there, which will connect these two up. Continue along, which then connects them two up. All the way down to here, where you have one there, which connects them two up there, and then end into there. So the whole metro system will be so freaking intertwined. It will be unreal. And then, just like we've done over here, we'll use all the buses to kind of go around as a loop, collect everybody, and then bring them to the metro lines. That's how we're going to work it. But I still feel like I got a lot of work to do before I can fully implement that system in, or even add the buses in yet. It's not my #1 priority, so I ain't stressing too much, but at least we've got a game plan, which is quite exciting. So we should still have the high-rise ban here. I don't know whether to change it to do the wall-to-wall stuff, or I might save it for its own special little area, that wall-to-wall stuff. With the new zone, I probably will. I mean, I could add it to this as well. That could be a thing, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's pedestrianize this area then. Now, this is the first time I've ever used it, the first time I've ever kind of played with it, build with it, whatever, all that jazz. So let's see what we can kind of do with this. So if I bring this up, there we go. So we got a couple of different variations. We obviously need the singular roads to kind of play with. So I could do, actually, do you know what? You got quite a few here. You got the normal kind of sandstone style road, path. Well, I mean at this point. You got ones with trees in the middle. You've got these blue ones with trees in the middle. I might have to place a few down. This one got trees either side? It does. So blue stone. What is this one here? Cobblestone. Right, we're kind of slightly spoiled for choice, aren't we? So if I upgrade this, it does pedestrianize all of this kind of stuff. Now, what does that mean? What is this issue? Buildings on a pedestrian street need to be in a pedestrian area so that garbage... Ah, okay. So if I'm going to pedestrianize this whole area, I've got to set it as a pedestrianized area, right? So I have to do this. And I take it I'm going to also have to kind of bring it down to here. If I want to... Because I'm going to try and pedestrianize this as well. The ferry system... Now that technically creates two areas. Now if that creates two areas, I can also apply something. Is that IT? No, hold on. I can apply the, is it not tourism, it's leisure, isn't it? The leisure on that as well. And then we also have the high-rise ban. So in reality, I don't need to use this zoning. I now just stick to the pedestrian area zoning and put the high-rise. Can I put a policy on this? Okay, I can't do policies just yet. Right, okay. So I'm going to pause the whole game right now. I'm going to pause the whole thing. I just want to see. Oh, that looks really good, these pedestrianised areas. I just want to see what it's like with a couple of different variations of this. Oh, that looks nice. That looks real nice. What about the ones with trees in the middle? Oh, that looks like a plaza. Now I am spoiled for choice. Right, I feel like I like this style. Is it that style I liked? See, that's nice. That's a lot darker. That's a bit more darker, but look at the detail in the flooring on the is it cobbles? Is that what it is? Yeah, the cobbles. The detailing in that is nice. Right, if I implemented that going all the way around this area, which obviously means doing down here as well, which I've got to then set this. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work on that. That's the thing. So that'll be the interesting bit we take away from this. So we've got to sort all this out so it's all pedestrianised. There we go. And then we have to add all the extra stuff in. So it's interesting to see how the normal roads kind of take to it. So that's now all in. This whole area is now pedestrian. This is crazy, man. So with that said, we've got to add in what's needed to give them their services, right? So we've got to place in the service point, distributes goods, collects garbage from buildings. It has limited capacity. Make sure you have enough service points to handle the pedestrians' needs. I also have a large variation of it as well. Can it be placed on a... So is this got to be placed on a normal road? It does. Right, I get you. Right, we also have this one, which is a small cargo point. So this is a pedestrian area service point. Small cargo distributes cargo buildings and pedestrian roads. So this can... No, that's got to be placed on a normal road as well. So that's... Hold on. This is a pedestrian area service point. Now this does cargo and garbage, where these just do cargo and then garbage. So in reality, you could do the same amount of stuff with just one building. Now I'm going to try, if I just place this here on the corner, I want to see if I can build a little rural road style going across there. Right, and then I can move this like in here. So I could place this. Let's place it on the corner. Right, then it kind of looks like then that this backs onto the pedestrianised area. So with that in, is that enough for these to now stop complaining? Yes. Is it enough for this stop to be complaining? So this building requires vehicles that are not allowed on this road. Makes sense. It's going to need those certain type of vehicles, which are fire, police. But then how does this get the fire and police and all that kind of stuff? Also, what type of vehicles does it require that these don't require? That's what I would like to know. So if I can't do that, that's fine. That's fine, because I can then upgrade back to this. But then all of a sudden, that's okay. But I assume at some point, I'm going to have some issues with some type of service or whatnot. So if I just kind of add the perimeter as a normal style of road, we still get to keep our beautiful little kind of pedestrian walkways. And somehow they can still use vehicles. Weird, isn't it? Maybe once all the vehicles go, they don't come back. Or wait, hold on. How does that work then? If a vehicle can drive down. Oh my goodness me, the bollard actually drops. And then he goes back up. That's crazy. That's crazy. So now do I have... Oh, hello. So now that it's a pedestrian area, we have happiness and entertainment values within inside of it. No residents live here. It's all commercial zoning. Weekly goods sold. That's pretty cool to see. So policies, slow driving, sugar band, street music. Oh, that's kind of cool. Deliver everything? Okay, we'll do some street music. Increase it. I mean, are they sad though? No, the happiness is pretty okay. But I could make it better. Unlocking. So these are the stuff that you would do eventually unlock. So we do have to add more stuff to this area. Let's kind of jazz it up a little bit. And I suppose that's where all this pedestrian plaza stuff kind of falls into it. Man, this is kind of crazy, guys. So sandstone pavers, you can, you know, decorate all this, make it look good. I can add the odd little food truck in here and there. You can also place in the little kind of overhang walkway stuff as well, can't you? Let me see what couple of variations I've got of this. Because it would be nice to use something. What is this here? That was a statue. Wait, what is that? That is a... Oh, a food plaza. Does that go between the two roads? Because that is also quite large. They're kind of built to go across the larger style road, aren't they? That's what they're built for. Ice cream plaza. Oh, I've got no water. Hold on, I've got no water, guys. So water availability, I really do need to figure out how I'm going to build my water treatment plants. Because I'm struggling right now with the capacity, aren't I? So back to this then, while that all sorts itself out. So that there was a small ice cream stand plaza. I could place one here, and then we have the small food truck plaza. Just to kind of see what they're like. To get an idea for it. Do you reckon that's a bit too low now? If I raise this up, maybe raise these down. What about the edges here? And then smooth this out. Because this is going to be like beachy vibes down here, isn't it? So does that add to the entertainment value then? That's what I'm trying to say right now. So it does add to the entertainment value, but it gives a land value bonus, which is pretty cool to see. Okay. Okay, I still feel pretty new to this. We have then the small fountain, which I think will be a great addition to the very end. It's a shame I can't squeeze any of this stuff hanging over the edge. The flower one. Add it just there. Kind of backed on itself. We've also got a bunch of... These are all decorative stuff that you can now place down. And kind of really create nice looking areas. But if I go back to the pedestrianized stuff right now, there's a couple of cobblestoney stuff. If I run that up to there and then run that up to there, ran that down the middle, and then ran this to there, I'm going to move that building. It's got to be in the pedestrianized area. There we go. I'm going to place this just here. And then continue moving with this. All the way down. So I could actually build some additional stuff in. So run this to here. And across. Which means I can delete that to there. I could add a little bit more in. Now, what do I put in? Would it make sense to put some offices in here? Or more commercial? I reckon more commercial. These are going to be the high-end stores. This is pretty nice, isn't it? So yeah, that should have increased the land value a little bit more. So that's pretty fun. It is pretty fun to see. It's not the best, but it's a start. It is a start of what's to come. And I love how they just now all like freely walk about. It's pretty cool to see, isn't it? This area will now get all nicely built up. So we'll see what we get up with. We'll see what we can get up with all of this. Very good, sir. Very good. So how's this area over here now then? So this would now have the passengers. This is what it needs to do. Gives us the additional on and off ramp for the highway, which is pretty cool to see as well. So that's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, how far can we get away then with utilising and moving this down? So I've gone for 11 there. That's a 19. So if I go for 11 as well. There we go. Run this down. So we've got the standard connections as you wish. So how far are we pushing this down then before bends come into play? So if I go by a 50, and if I brought this down, so that there's a 70. So if I go back by a 60, we are then looking at a 10 by 10 bend there to run us straight in. So we're coming off here by a 10, coming off there by a 10, and that is hopefully where the bend takes place. So if I just quickly and very loosely get set up the connections that would work for us. So that's there. So I'm treating it as if we still got these runs going through, which that one makes sense because that will bend into there pretty fine. This one's then a 2 gap, which will bend into there pretty fine. Next one's a 2 gap, which will come from this one there. So you do always get that awkward bit that doesn't kind of stick out or bend out. So, is what it is. Bend this perfectly. And they can now utilize more connections as well at this point, with the way it all now comes together. Because then they can now drive to the university area without jumping on the highway. It all passes now through. So get this all down, keeping this organization going. And then the differences in some of the areas is where that's how we end up creating unique spots and places. So making sure this all down to the ground. So that all runs through pretty nice. And it's down to us then what we do kind of all in the middle. But we've got these little angles which they, you know, as we know before, they go on to create cut through pieces. Probably going to create like a little city park around this spot. At some point, could be in the middle one there as you kind of bend around. We'll do all different, because the way this now kind of comes and ends, I can kind of like technically kill that off, right, and then get that to run down and fall away and, you know, do something around here. You just don't know, but it kind of compresses and kind of falls together. Nice, I like it. I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But the main thing is it creates that connection anyway. So you will see a couple of vehicles using it, as you can now see, which stops them from using the actual highway system. So, more intertwined. A lot more people using that stuff as well. More intertwined. I like it. I like it. That park has got so many people using it right now. It's unreal. Unreal. But one thing that we don't have in this area is any industrial related stuff. So we're going to need to think about building an industrial said area, and within that industrial area is where we then have the ability to place down some of our stuff like our garbage related items and whatnot. Now I know the airport has not been working for quite some time, but it is working. But what I mean is the arrivals no longer work because we kind of broken it. I might, before next episode, kind of try and replace the actual main building itself in, just so we can get the arrivals down below still working again. The airport works, because right now they all just enter the airport via the departures. So if I fast forward, you can kind of see it all come together. So you can see they kind of like walk up the ramp, entering via departure. So the airport works. The only thing what doesn't work for us, like the policing. I feel like they do need to be entering by arrivals. So I'll try and get this fixed, even though it's kind of not broken, but it's okay. But look at the amount of planes coming in right now. The passenger count is through the roof. We'll eventually be able to get this to a 3-star airport, or level 3 I should say, and then we can start adding our stuff in to create our own airline company and whatnot. It's all there, boys. It's all there in the palm of our hands. We just got to grab onto it right now. We've just got to grab onto it. But what do you reckon? Should I create more pedestrianized areas like this through the city? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So good.